Okay.
Can I clap?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello there, Clapperheads, and welcome to a brand new edition of ClapperTalks. I'm Nick Dorian, and today we have an extremely special guest all the way from Singapore. Singaporeans, you know him, you love him. It is the one and only Shawnrick Hu. Now, welcome. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. Just cross over.
Now, very quick explanation of who you are.
Yes.
For people that may not know, especially on our side of the border.
Sure.
You are a radio DJ,
Yes.
MC, host, ringside
Ring announcer. Sports announcer, yeah.
and also a content creator. Tell us in like a few sentences, who is Shawnrick Hu?
I'm all about food, fights, and fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
And did you start with radio or you started with content creation?
I kind of got my start as an MC.
Okay.
As an MC, just working the MC circuit all through my earlier start at like when I was 15.
Okay.
And then spent quite a few years as a performer in a very well-noted theme park.
Oh, very similar thing. I think I might know that theme park.
Yes. Mine
I
is
think we
the
might have crossed paths in different countries.
Mine's the Singapore version. Yours the
my
Japanese
Japan
version.
Oh.
Yes. And then spent a long time there. Really started to hone my craft as a performer. In between that, though, I think it was 2011. I was a part of a radio DJ competition.
Okay.
And I got pretty far. And then left that industry and went, okay, I'm just going to focus on performing, hosting, whatever, right? Because that's my love.
Yeah.
And went through all of that. And then COVID happened. And that was also around the time when I had left the theme park.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to build my name. Shawnrick Hu. Everybody's got to know this by now. We're going to build and everyone's going to go like, wow, Shawnrick is that big giant man on the mic, right?
How'd that work out for you?
And then the whole world went to shit.
You chose the right time to do it.
That was my perfect transition into becoming a Grab delivery guy. And I went, there's nothing wrong being a food delivery person,
course.
right?
No.
And everyone had to do whatever they had to do to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And, but for example, as Grab food, you know, you got bike lah, you got bicycle lah, you're a big boy, become walker. So you know what that means?
You have legs, use them.
Correct. So I thought like, oh, it's a workout routine. They limit you to a 2-click radius. So you don't walk all the way. For example, if like from here I walk all the way to Bukit Bintang, you know, like whoa.
That's gonna be a long food delivery.
Right? So in Singapore I did that for a while. Really didn't enjoy it, not because I don't like delivering food, but I don't like the wait. The wait, because everybody is also doing Grab.
Yeah.
And so you're competing with them to wait for an order to come in just so you can go and collect it and move. So I thought it was a bit waste time.
Yeah.
Then thankfully, there was an opportunity with a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Wow Banana, shout out.
Woo.
So got into that and then started doing content with them.
Okay.
And just like performing and being talent for shoots lah. In that time also, I was also hosting food shows. Because, you know, big man love to eat.
Of course.
That's what I do.
Of course.
And make shows out of that. And then with Wabanan, the same thing. And it was through one of those shows I got a random call.
Okay.
I don't know who this person is.
Okay.
And then literally the call was, hi, you don't know me. But my son,
that's a great start.
Right, my son watches your show and he's a big fan of your stuff.
Okay.
How would you like a career in radio? And I was like, hold up, what?
Wow.
Because that side of me, I left that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Had fun and got to make some good friends in the radio scene. And I thought like, you know, maybe that's it. The chapter, right? Boom, return.
Thanks to someone's kid.
Yeah, and he called me and he was like, how would you like blah, blah, blah in radio? He saw my resume that I did have experience, went to Radio Academy.
Yeah.
But then I, had to relearn the ropes. And that was, to this day, I've been on radio for about 2 years plus already.
Wow.
Damn.
It's been 2 years already.
It's been more than 2 years. It blew my mind, dude. I was like, I can ORD hear these albums and then from this.
Now, earlier you were talking that emceeing, all that was kind of like your love. How did that start? How did that first flame start to burn the embers in your
Not
heart?
gonna lie. My mom was an inspiration.
Okay.
Because she used to host this like residence committee, like your neighborhood shows, right?
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, dumpling festival, Chinese New Year or whatever. Then she'd be like, "Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today you're gonna go this one here, okay? We're gonna all clap together. 1, 2, 3." And then I want to say 9.
Okay.
No, sorry, 4.
Okay.
And I walked up on stage while she was hosting, mind you, in the middle of her show.
Okay.
One little roly-poly just walked up on stage and looked at mom and just started going, "Mommy, what are you doing?" And then my mom didn't even seem to go, "Oh, Sean, go down. And then during that point, it was also the first time I ever saw an audience enjoy themselves, like from the stage POV.
Yeah.
On stage POV, it was my first taste of entertaining people. And I really, really liked that. I really enjoyed that. I really wanted to do more of that.
Yeah.
To make them laugh, to make them smile. And that sparked my desire into going into the direction of being an entertainer.
Okay.
Yeah, because I told myself as I got older, I was like, I'm sure I can do better than mommy.
Competition.
But then it was also one of those things. If that didn't happen, this wouldn't happen.
That's true. That's true.
Like it didn't make me want to go, oh, that looks like, well, number one, it looked like fun because everyone's enjoying themselves. Number two, I was like, I want to up that game as a young child.
You were already competitive from a young child.
I'm actually not a very competitive person.
Okay.
I just like, when you know the look and the feel of when somebody's having fun and you want to join in.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, have fun, la, 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 together. Very Barney dinosaur. I love you. I just wanted to feel more of that.
Okay. Understood.
And then that became a career-changing path.
Now, how did that lead into wrestling announcing?
So, when I was younger, I think the Attitude Era is when I was probably around, 10, 11.
Okay.
I actually was not into wrestling.
Oh, okay.
I got into wrestling, like I really, really got into wrestling much later in life.
Okay.
I remember my first match though, watching my first match.
Yeah.
It was when I was, I think 7 or 8 at my grandparents' place. My grandfather decided to turn on TV and it was Hogan Yokozuna. And I was watching this, what I didn't even know that Yokozuna is not even Japanese. I couldn't tell. So I was like, I didn't know he was Samoan, right? So it was him versus Hogan, and Hogan did that body slam on Yokozuna, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that's so cool and all that. And I asked my dad, Daddy, who is this guy, the yellow shirt one? Then you know what my father said to me? You don't know, man? This one Daddy's best friend.
Wow.
And then I went, wow, like that, right? Until I hit 20 years old.
What?
I legit still thought he was my dad's best friend. And then my ass started to smarten up and go, if he's daddy's best friend, how come Chinese New Year never see him? How come the holiday never see? I keep seeing him on TV. He's so busy, man. And then when I finally smartened up, like, this little walked to my father and I gave him a Ric Flair chop.
You see,
out of nowhere. I was like, Daddy, yeah? Woo! Who asked you bluff me? Tell me who Hogan, your best friend, huh?
No, here's the thing. Like, yes, you can be upset at your dad. You should be more upset at yourself that it took you until you were 20 years old.
Shut up. Okay? It's called trust and family love. Okay?
Sure, keep telling yourself that.
So, but that was one of the first things that I remember about pro wrestling.
Okay.
And I also know that everyone was doing the suck it things and like, hip the smell, right? And I thought it was fun. And then I didn't even start watching the product. Because back then, people were watching the product religiously when it was on cable TV and all that.
Yeah.
I didn't have cable TV.
Okay.
So I don't know what the hell to talk. All I had was like the usual stuff they ran on Channel 5 and like, oh, yeah. Like my daily schedule was very simple. Wake up, eat breakfast, go to school. After school, come back home. I didn't even like computers.
Okay.
Legit, I was a TV kid. I would come back home, drop my stuff, shower all that, fresh, and
Okay.
then sit on the couch right in front of the TV and turn it on and just take in whatever content that's on there, like MTV or whatever, that kind of stuff. And go downstairs and play. Like, I was raised that way.
Yeah.
Very different from what it is now in 2025 with computers and phones and all that.
Yeah.
And then I only got into pro wrestling when I was in secondary school, I think.
Okay.
And even then, I didn't use PCs that much. It was really about like, oh, you hear about the invasion era where
yes.
WCW,
Yes.
WWE, and like sometimes you catch it on TV and you're like, whoa, this is cool because it's two companies fighting. And then it started to build and build and build and build. And then when you start having more resources, you start having phones, tablets, and computers, you just dive into that world.
Yeah.
So I was kind of making up for whatever everyone was enjoying back then when they were younger.
Yeah.
Into now.
Okay, understood.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I build it. And then it made me go like, I'm ready. And by this point, I've already like had some experience as an MC for secondary school, you know, teacher day, you do the teacher's day, yay, right? So build that up. And then watch the shows. And I wanted to be a wrestler at first. I still kind of do.
Okay.
But I also noticed that they were very eloquent. These characters were very larger than life. And I felt like, oh, I'm kind of like doing similar things.
Yeah.
And it made me go, it'd be pretty cool to have that. And for some reason, when I was a young kid, I thought I wanted to be like the equivalent of what we know now as Justin Bieber. Because I also do singing, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to like make songs and be a singer and be like, oh, Singaporean now out there, right?
How you get so late so soon? I know they say time flies like a rocket to the moon.
And over time, and then Bieber happened, and then I watched it. I went, "That's probably not for me." Like, I do enjoy performing, but I don't need it to be on that level. But with pro wrestling, as I got older, I really started to love the marriage of athleticism and theatrics.
Okay, understood.
And as a host, you come from a live background. It's all live, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a host, something wrong happens in the show. It is your job to facilitate and bridge to the next thing and make sure everything's okay. If you feel when you watch whatever show, and you watch the MC, just smoothly segue into the next thing, even though got big tai chi or stuff happening, right? Then you're doing a damn good job.
Okay.
It's the live element that excited me. It's the mix of two different disciplines in one, and the effect of how it entertains people that caught me and go, "Whoa, this is fun."
I get it. Now, before we go for a little bit of a break, I want to touch on a little bit of something which you started talking about, which is your singing, of course, because I feel that's something that not a lot of people know about. Like, we all know your radio DJ, your internet personality, all that kind of stuff, but the singing side, not so much. So I just want to ask one particular question. What led to the decision to go and audition for Singapore Idol?
It was just one of those things, like when they were putting out the ad for Singapore Idol, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a very typical thing of like, oh, I could be singer, you know, go on TV and all. But one of the few things that made me like, that encouraged me to want to join this thing was to hear the it's the small things that got me, and it really like encouraged me to go, like motivated me to go, I want to make it to the live rounds because I want to hear the like, it was great. Made some friends on the show, and I'll never forget my experience. But yeah, I got a top 40 just before the live rounds, mind you. And I was in the army at the time.
Oh my goodness.
I was in NS. I was still private, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got into my vocation already. This was after BMT.
Yeah.
Basic military training. And then you get posted to whatever your job is, right? So I was in the middle of my on-the-job training to be a mechanic. And then I had to submit a form to my sergeant. And my officer.
I'm going to be
I
on
almost said
Singapore Idol.
officer. And then when, good morning, sir. Yeah, sorry, what's up? How can I help you? I would like to request up to 6 days off. Hey, you just came in. What 6 days off? Why? What is happening? What's so important? Sir, I just found out. I got accepted into Singapore Idol. He's like, how many days you need? You know how usually you apply leave, you know the amount of days, but because you're in a competition,
You don't exactly know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And then we had to go through the whole like the top 40, then they will make you stay in one location.
Yeah.
And then you go through all these little like shadow rounds or whatever, right? I looked at my officer and I went, sorry sir, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I'm not sure, but I know I have this amount of days of leave. I use first lah. I promise I will work like that for you. But if you let me take the shot.
Yeah.
And then he was like, don't worry, you go. But if you don't make it and you come back. Like, because it's one of those things. So you do that, and it's a very male-dominated environment, right?
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, Singapore Idol, come make it. They not a Singapore Idol drop out.
So they all ask you to sing or not in the...
Don't have. Because I was a lot... they viewed my talents of being a big man, which, what am I going to do? Sing to the car?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you should be doing.
Oh, you're going to fix things. No, like, so they wanted me to use my build. I was a much bigger dude back then also.
Yeah.
I wore, and I don't know why, looking back, the choices, the fashion choices I made, I wore a shirt that made me look like a zebra crossing. You know those horizontal shirts? Like, of all the colors, I choose these colors.
You wanted to go Changi Prison, is it?
Hey, so I went there with the blessing of my unit and made it to just before the live rounds because I lost my voice.
Oh,
it's not that I can't sing.
Oh, that sucks.
I lost my voice. So I couldn't even perform the song the way I wanted to.
Damn.
And it was a song that I know damn well I can do.
Well, you heard it here. If you want to find some clips, I know there are some online, so go and check that out. But after the break, we'll be getting into a little bit of some personal questions with Shawnrick, so stay tuned for that. So, you've worked with big stadium crowds. You've worked on radio stations.
Yes.
Basically, your voice is your living.
Yes.
Now, has there been any moment where, like you said, you've lost your voice at an event and you still need to do that event?
Yeah.
How do you go through that?
Okay. Whenever I'm doing a show, I always try to bring two things.
Okay.
Number one is nodoguru, which is the Japanese throat spray, because that is one of the things that works the most for me.
Okay.
A lot of people swear by pipakao, and I get that, but pipakao has a buttload of sugar.
Oh, yes.
And there is a sugar-free version.
Okay.
But they don't have it in the little sachets that you can just squeeze out of. They have it in the bottle. A bit hard to bring sometimes. Like, I feel.
Understood.
Because then you must take spoon, hot water, and all that. But at least with the throat spray, it's direct and I stand by this. I think you know this because I learned it during my time in the theme park. This tea called throat coat.
Oh, yes. I know this one.
A lot of performers, I promise you, if you need to work on your voice or you want to keep your voice in condition, this tea will help you. Throat coat. So either have throat coat on standby, nodoguru on standby. And I am a camel because I will drink a lot of water. I hydrate the heck out of my body. So at least have hydration and these two things. If I know I have scratchy throat or like not the best conditioned voice, I will immediately do vocal rest. And all that information comes through the EXP that you gain as a performer, especially in the theme park world or like the live performing world. Yeah. You will have these things and really, like the doctor's going to tell you vocal rest, right? Yeah. I start to make my own sign language.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, if that is your tool for your entire career, that is something you need to take care of.
Which is why it boggles my mind that we don't have vocal insurance in Singapore. I don't know if Malaysia has.
No, we
yeah.
don't
So
have
in
that.
South, in at least Malaysia,
It's
Singapore,
not something that's
Yeah.
considered important.
but you know, in the States they got these.
Yes.
things. Yes,
because that's your living.
Yeah.
You lose it, you're done.
yeah,
Now, has there been any moment when you're emceeing or doing radio DJ gigs
yeah.
where your mind just draws a blank?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Tell us a particular experience about that.
Okay.
What happened and how did you overcome that?
Okay. So, I don't know if I can say this.
Say it in the most PC way you can possibly do.
Okay. You know the song Golden Hour
Yes.
by Jake?
Yes. What did you do?
So usually like on air you backsell
Oh no.
songs and I almost said but I caught myself. And went Golden Hour by Jake right here in Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. And then coming out, thinking to someone that are talking about, oh, we're going to find out, have you ever heard of this brand new restaurant that's popping up in Singapore? More information about that in just a little while. In the meantime, Bruno Mars, Kiss 92. Next. Then another one was live. As I got more experience with hosting,
Yeah.
not radio, just like hosting events as an MC, I have blanked out before.
Okay.
And there's a difference also when you're hosting as yourself
Yeah.
or you're obviously character hosting, you know, like that.
Yeah.
You know what it means, right?
Yeah.
When you're character hosting and you forget your lines, the perfect thing to do is to come back to your character. What would your character do?
Yes.
Right? If you forget your lines, interact as your character and try to like, hey, remember, right? And but then if you're hosting as yourself,
Yeah.
you're you and you forget like this certain portion. Growing through my events, I've had customers, but clients or committee members, the event organizers come up to me and Sean, talk about these things. I'll look at them like, give the nod and all that. And so coming up, we have this, because I remember, but it will have that break.
Yeah.
To do and all that is worse. Shut up. Just shut the hell up. Have that pause because if you notice, and especially as a presenter, in an environment, whatever the show is, and you're talking about the next thing being an MC, sometimes people will tune out, right? Which is normal. But the moment you shut up, all of a sudden, the attention all goes down to you.
Yeah.
What is he or she gonna say?
Yeah.
During that silence, you better remember what you want to say. You're gonna find it. And then it happened to me because I was talking, and you're on the roll. The worst times are the ones where you're on the roll,
Yeah.
you know what you're saying,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden the damn monkey with the cymbals comes out. You're just like, just one time I was doing a show and I went, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the audience stand behind. See what I was there. But the whole time I was like, hey, what's the name of this show? and then you know what I did? I looked around. You know how they put like the event name?
Oh
on
my
the
God.
thing? Like, I was like, all right. Then my eye just went like that to the side, and I saw it vaguely. Then, even if you just see like a few letters, you're like, oh, I remember the show name.
Yeah.
Right? But I did that. 400 to 600 people just went. And then I went, now come back to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at so-and-so.
How long was that break? Like 10 seconds, 15 seconds?
No. It was like a quick 2 to 3.
I'm just imagining the entire audience for 10 seconds just like, what are you looking at here?
Yeah. So that happened. And I was like, dance, my puppet.
Now, before I let you go,
Yes.
I do have to ask. Now,
Yes.
what is more terrifying? Being in the safety, I mean, that's a given.
I love you, buddy. What's up?
But being in the recording studio,
Yes.
where, say, especially when you did your solo shows, where
Yes.
you had nobody else to bounce off,
Oh my gosh.
or being in front of a massive crowd, on your own. Which do you find scarier?
Scarier?
Yeah.
On air.
On air.
On air.
Why?
I've become so comfortable with being on stage and looking at people. I'm a very like feed off the energy. Hello, mother, I call you back.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been very focused on being a person that interacts with others. You can see who you're talking to.
Yes.
You bounce and feed off the energy. In a room where nobody's around, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Which I do sometimes, but like this, in this sense where it really is a shift in mindset on the two mediums are very different. Is an adjustment for me.
Yeah.
Which is why now on the Owls every weeknight, 8 p.m. to 12 midnight on Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. It is a two-man show that I can always bounce off with Joshua Simon, my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
And to have that, but I will say, learning to do your own solo show is a rite of passage that every DJ should definitely go through and learn.
Okay.
Because you need to have that. It's like going through army training. You got to know what to do when there's no one else but you. Right?
Okay.
So it's one of those things that it's an adjustment, but a necessary one.
Understood.
Because I got thrown into the deep end. Like, I started learning for like a few weeks once. Yeah. And they said, okay, you cover this DJ for the day night.
Wow. That is what they call really on-the-job training.
It really spiked my anxiety. Like, if anything, being a radio DJ, you learn how to manage crisis. You learn how to manage your time. Time is the main currency, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's not just about the content that you're saying. Yeah. Because anybody can write and content. It's how you manage that in. Okay? If you're a radio DJ and you're doing your shows live, it's a race against the clock every time you go on air.
There you have it, folks. Thank you so much again, Shawnrick, for coming on to the show. Now, where can they find you, hear you, see you, touch you?
I am the only person online that has the name. I feel like I'm cutting a promo. Sorry. I am the only person online in the world today that has the name SHAWNRICK, Shawnrick, on every platform that you find. I don't care, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Shawnrick, one word.
What?
2 syllables, one word. Shawnrick.
And as always, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and of course, YouTube at ClapperCorn. One last time, where can they hear you on Kiss FM?
Kiss 92 FM. You can also find us online, kiss92.sg. But just tune in to the radio and tune in every weeknight, okay? 8 p.m. to 12 midnight. Yeah.
There you go.
I got a question before I go. I want to ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
This show is called ClapperCorn.
Yes.
Have you ever taken 2 ears of corn and just like that?
Thank you so much again for watching. My name is Nick Dorian. This is Shawnrick Hu.
It's a legit question.
Keep watching the movies.